Well, it's always tough to play at Miami. They're a special opponent for us, and we play similar styles. We both get after it and are forechecking aggressive teams. And we thought Miami played very well on Friday night, and our game was good in a lot of ways as well. And then Saturday night, we fell behind early, but I liked our game. There were a couple of strange goals. Gave one up on the power play and gave up a face-off goal, but I thought our level of determination was there. We were much more assertive in our physical game and our puck strength than we had been on Friday night, and found a way to get the lead in the third period. And you have a good goalie for a reason, and Ben Blacker was outstanding for us in the third period when Miami put some heat on us there. So a weekend where we got the split, and whenever you go to Miami, it's tough to get points.
You made some changes going into Saturday, Ben being the obvious one, but a lot of the line changes really seemed to click.
Well, we had some chemistry there. We did change the lines, and obviously you look at it and say, well, why didn't you change them on Friday night if they were that good? But, we believed in the lineup that we had Friday night, and as I tell our players, normally on game nights, the game's at 7 o'clock, and I sign that sheet with the official score about 6:10, and when I sign it, I trust every single name that I've put on the list there that's going to be in the lineup that night. And, we didn't like the competitiveness of our team in the second period in the first game in Miami. We talked about that trust and how we put a lot of faith in our players, and you're getting a great opportunity to play in a good program, and we expect more. So it was there a lot more on Saturday night than it was Friday.
Coach, you've been looking for some improved play in goal, and you got it Saturday from Ben. What did you see out of his game Saturday that maybe improved from previous outings?
The first thing here with our goaltenders is that we've got 4 workers, and part of our 4 goaltenders in our program. And bottom line is that our save percentage and our goals against was not at a level that we needed to have it at, and we needed guys to step up. Austin Kane played on Friday night and made some quality saves as well. And, Ben was rested. He'd had a good week of practice, and we put him back in there. And obviously, we did the same thing the weekend before at Omaha, and it didn't work out well for Ben that night. But to his credit, he had a great week of practice. He was ready to go, and he was sharp right from the get-go. We did fall behind. He made some key saves that did not allow them to extend the lead, and then we got ourselves rolling to the point where we generated some good chances and finished. But he stopped the puck. I'm not a real goaltending technician. That's why we've got Coach Askey as our goaltending coach, and he works with them on their technique. And my bottom line is just stop the puck, and he did a great job of that on Saturday. And it was funny. There was a puck that hit the official's skate with about 3 seconds left that should have gone into the corner of the rink, and it laid there. And their guy got a final swipe at it. Ben had to make a last-second big save as well. But good for him. He's a great young man, and it was good to see him play like that.
Coach, you get a week off from competition this weekend. What can you work on, and what do you look for out of this week as you lead up to a couple of home series against St. Cloud and Duluth?
Well, there's a lot of things you look at. There's certain guys that we need to back off in terms of maybe getting them a little bit more rest. We've got some other guys. We had a case of mono hit our team there in December and January, and some of our other players did not have a lot of practice work, and I think this week is going to be really good for those players. And then we've got some things system-wise that we need to kind of fine-tune as we get into the final push to the playoffs here at the end of our season. So Monday was a bit more of a technical day with their skills. Certain guys got treatments, did not skate. We're also obviously looking to get a little healthier during this period of time, and maybe being able to at least welcome one new player back in our lineup for the St. Cloud series. And a lot of things that we want to get done. Tuesday, Wednesday are going to be real tough days because we need to continue to enhance our conditioning. Thursday, again, will be more of an up-tempo skill session. And Friday, we're going to do a lot of competitive things that we want to get done here to help us prepare and get us in the mental state of playing an actual game. So we'll be game-like on Friday.
Kind of piggybacking off that, I know obviously there's some time until you play again, and a lot will be determined on what goes on Friday. But do you anticipate playing two goalies again against St. Cloud?
I mean, our plan is certainly never to play two goalies in one game. We're never ever wanting to do that. But in a weekend, we go into it with an open mind, and if somebody has the net and they play extremely well, I would expect that they would be back in there on Saturday. And we're looking for that level of consistency because this is the time of the year when you need that save percentage and that goals against to be at the right level.
Your team has a unique skill, at least from what I can tell, of scoring very pretty goals. The first two on Saturday were both beautiful. Does that give you an extra jump on the bench to your step?
That's an interesting point. I mean, pretty goals. I mean, in hockey, you take them any way they come, and any goal is a pretty goal as far as I'm concerned, whether it's one that goes in off your butt or you make three great moves or you snap a couple under the bar. Like, Ethan Frank scored two world-class goals, and Lawton Courtnall look like the sniper that we want him to be here, hitting that top corner. It was great to see those pucks go in. I think we get excited whenever a goal's scored for our team. The other thing is our guys, probably the biggest cheer that you get as a teammate is when you block a shot and you're laying yourself out to stop a puck that's going 90 miles an hour that's pretty hard, and you sacrifice your body. That probably gets the guys excited as much as anything, or a big save by our goaltender. But there were a lot of all of those things going on in the game the other night.
Coach, the Olympics coming up. Your daughter is coaching Team Korea. How early are you going to have to get up to see some of her games over the weekend?
Well, there's 14 hours difference from Kalamazoo to Seoul, South Korea. So I haven't exactly got their time schedule, but I'm looking forward to watching them play. I had a chance to catch their only pre-tournament game here against Sweden yesterday, and it was quite an event. I mean, the security, as their team bus pulled up, the security, the military presence, you've got the pro-union people on one side of the street and the anti-North Korea segment on the other side, and it was quite an atmosphere in the building. I mean, every one of their games is sold out. I think it's 8,500 people, and right now on the street, the word is that tickets are going between $900 and $1,000 for a ticket to one of the women's games. So she had a press conference yesterday that I don't know how many hundred of cameras and journalists from all over the world were at, and I thought she did a great job. It was interesting. The North Korean assistant coach and one of the North Korean players partway through the press conference got up and walked off the stage there. So I haven't talked to her what that was about, but it's quite a scene over there and pretty special. We're very proud of her for sure.
Other than hockey, favorite Winter Olympic sport?
Other than hockey, curling. I'm a big curling fan, and the skill of those elite curlers is exceptional. And we quite often go curling on, as you know, Adam, on different team building activities we have, and we do that because I'm fairly good at it. And if you're going to do a team building activity, you want to go do something where you're decent, so the players aren't embarrassed by your efforts.
Well, Dawson, the Broncos get a hard-earned split over the weekend. What were kind of the big differences you saw from Friday to Saturday?
A big difference is Saturday. I think right from the get-go we were going. I think the first shift of the game we set the tone, set the pace of the game, and I think Jade McMullen had 3 hits in the shift, and Washi was laying body as well. And we got pucks deep and pucks passed, and right away it's set the tone for the rest of the game.
You were on a new line. Obviously, most of the season you've been with Wade Allison and Cole Conrad, both now out of action because of injuries. How did you adapt to playing with Austin, who you've played with before, and then Ethan Frank, and what do they provide in their games that you can complement with your skill set?
I've been playing with some different guys now that we had a couple unfortunate injuries, and I think Austin Rushoff and Frankie have really stepped up, both freshmen, just getting into their new role and understanding that they got to be producers now on our line. And Ethan Frank is an extremely skilled forward with an incredible shot and an amazing upside, and Rushoff is the big center, has a 9-foot reach, coach says. So he's got an extremely amazing potential, and I'm excited to be playing with those two guys.
Do you put pressure on yourself knowing that, you were one of the leading scorers when our top two guys went out?
There's a little bit of pressure. I think it's good to have a little bit of pressure on myself. I think I play better under pressure. I think I play better when I put myself in roles that have to produce or makes me want to be better. I think if I have pressure on myself, then I can maintain that ability to produce and not be comfortable.
When you kind of touched on the freshman aspect of both Austin and Ethan, when you get a game where you get two huge goals from Ethan, obviously Austin set one up, does that give your whole team more confidence?
Absolutely. I think that's huge, along with getting a goal from Lawton. When you see those guys producing the way that they are, I think it lifts the whole entire team for that game. So you could see that the demeanor on the bench Saturday way different than Friday night, and I think that was a big aspect of it.
Ben played really well Saturday for you. He's needed that one, and he got one from your angle. How much does that help him going forward?
I think that's huge for him. We've kind of been going back and forth with the goaltending situation, and I think it's just next guy up. Whoever has a good game is going to go, and I think the guys are looking for someone to step up, and Ben definitely did that and played one of his best games of the season.
Ask Coach Murray this, and to a certain degree, he's right. A goal is a goal, but you guys have this kind of unique talent of just setting up some beauties. That first pass by Austin was great. The second one that you set up was great. When you get goals like that, is there an added bonus?
I think we'll take whatever we can get, but it never hurts to score a goal that you can look back and say, "Wow, that's a great play."
All right, I asked Coach Murray this, and with the Olympics coming up, favorite non-hockey Winter Olympic sport?
Favorite non-hockey Winter Olympic sport? The skiing, the downhill skiing is incredible. The speeds that they go at, I love watching that. So I think that's fun to watch.